Hey, it's Robert from unlocklanguage.com. Today we're going to look at an introduction and review of Lingualia, a language learning website focusing on Spanish and English. So I just took some time to record my screen, going through the program, setting it up, signing up, all that kind of stuff. So we'll jump right in and learn from there. Hey, so we're at the lingualia.com homepage here. I'm going to walk through what's on the site, how to sign up in this video, and exactly what that process looks like. So, as you can see, the homepage here starts off with a video explaining what Lingualia is all about. Of course, the main feature being that they've got an artificial intelligence teacher, this guy right here. So you get a little bit more information about the language learning program here. Like I said, talks a little bit about Lingu. He's the made-to-measure intelligent teacher who uses an artificial intelligence to adapt the course to your level of progress and motivation and to personalize your learning experience. So that sounds very exciting. A little bit about why they have a great product here. You can also bring it on your phone with an app, which is excellent. Language learning apps are some of the best way to stay on top of keeping vocab fresh and all that kind of stuff. And of course, you can interact. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up here. All right, so I'm going to hop over to my email and find out what they sent me. Okay, so all I need to do here is click the link and my account will be verified. And right now, Lingualia has two languages to learn, Spanish and English, so it's only useful if you want to learn one of those, and of course we don't need to learn English right now, so we are going to choose Spanish. Let's see where we'd like to start the course. I will do a level test to show you that extra step there. I took a little bit of Spanish before, although I do not profess to remember a whole lot of it, so let's jump in here. Okay, the test is made up of a max of 60-minute questions and says it'll take anything between 5 and 20 minutes. So I'll do this. I might jump forward a little bit here, but let's see what it's like. Alright, so starter level in Spanish. We recommend you start at level A1. Okay, so here we are on the back end of the Lingualia. Starting at Spanish A1, you can view stats, change your goals. This is cool because you can actually put how many hours a week you're going to spend on it, and it'll give you an estimate of when you will likely reach the next level, and that's really good for making goals and progressing and making sure that you're not falling behind. So let's see, hour per week, let's say we're going to do an hour per day, so we can move that to 7 hours a week. That means we're going to be learning about 60 concepts a week, and they figure that we can reach the next level by March 14th, so about 3 or 4 months away. So I'm going to go ahead and set that goal. Alright, so it gives me a bunch of stuff that I can start off with right away. There are pending concepts here. There's a lesson right off the bat, and an activity. ¿Cómo te llamas? So that's talking about the naming, names and whatnot. So there's a ranking board here, people with whom to connect. There's people learning English, so I suppose if they want to learn English and you want to learn Spanish, it would be an excellent way to sort of connect with them and potentially learn the language from one another, which is actually the most useful way to learn a language is direct contact with native speakers. So that's really good to see on here. Alright, I will start off with this lesson to show you a little bit about that. Alright, let's start with dialogue. Hola. Alright, so I just ran through this little conversation here, which I can play back each bit. Juan is saying, hey, what's your name? Mario is saying, hey, my name is Mario, and you? Juan is saying, I am called Juan. Okay, so that's very basic. Play it, stop it wherever you'd like. If I continue. Alright, so I just went through the very beginner dialogue bit there, and that was interesting because it was all in Spanish. Alright, now as you can see again, this is all in Spanish, which means that it's going to use association, which you can see here. Name, Isabel, last name, Martinez, and then the other bits of the business card. So you're supposed to get from here, nombre is supposed to mean name, which it defines here in Spanish, interestingly, and then it gives an example of how that is used in a sentence. Listen carefully and select the correct word. It just said nombre, so I'm going to select that. Right, okay, so it gives you listening there too. And also interesting with a bit of a Spanish accent here, he said Martinez with a bit of a s at the end of this name here. Alright, so I'm going to jump back and look around a little bit more. So we see there are 5 lessons before we get to our checkpoint. And if we want to start the checkpoint, there are 25 questions to make sure that we've learned the unit. Alright, so I haven't learned all of these lessons, so I can't do this, and I would fail, and it would make me go back. And I will go home here and have a look around, learn with Lingualia. You can decide how much time you want to learn. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Yeah, that's good advice. You won't learn unless you make those mistakes. You can't get better without them. And let's see. What does director mean? Okay. Alright, so again we see that just about everything is actually in Spanish. Spanish activity. Right. So we've got our profile here, which has our statistics. What you're learning, how many followers you've got, friends, there's 80 concepts in total to learn, trophies, medals, which is nice to see for sort of a gamification aspect. So yeah, the first impressions are that it has a fairly wide range of things, lots of listening, haven't been asked to speak anything yet, which I think is important, but yeah, listening, a little bit of writing, various lessons here, so, and the fact that it's all in Spanish, even the definitions of what the words they're teaching you, that's really good so far. So we're going to jump a little bit more into this later, but that is a very cursory glance at Lingualia and what you're going to get while learning Spanish from the very start. We're going to be writing more about this on unlocklanguage.com, of course, so you can check it out there. Thanks, we'll see you there.